My name's Sam. I am 29 and I'm from St Helens. So I was a couple of days before my 28th birthday, so I was 27 at the time. Found a lump in my left breast, went to the GP. GP, agreed that she could feel something, so referred me to my local hospital, which is St Helens Burney Breast Unit. So I waited about a week for that appointment, and went along, took Alex, my partner, and my mum. And there's kind of just like loads of women going in and out really quickly, and I just thought, I'll be in and out myself within a few minutes. But then suddenly realised I was not going to be out within a few minutes. Had a biopsy, and at the time I said, I just kind of had a feeling, like I knew it wasn't good, and I asked the doctor who was doing the biopsy, do you think it's cancer? And she said, it's quite possible, but we need to do the biopsy. So at that point, kind of just knew. Waited about 2 weeks for the results, maybe a bit less, and was diagnosed with breast cancer. Originally, just thought that's all it was. Got started on a treatment plan, went for fertility treatment, and then was during the time of being diagnosed to waiting to start treatment, they sent me for a full kind of body MRI. And at that point, they found that it had spread to my liver and my lungs. And so that was almost 2 years ago now. So I didn't know anything about secondary breast cancer. I have had 2 aunties have breast cancer and some friends' mums. And at the time, I just was aware breast cancer. So I kind of just thought when I got my diagnosis, I'd go through that treatment plan and then I'd be okay in a year like they are. So when I got told it was secondary breast cancer, I just didn't have a clue what that meant. When the doctor told me it was in my liver and my lung, I thought, well, just give me a new liver, I didn't understand what that meant. And it was terrifying. I thought it was a death sentence. I thought, I'm going to die tomorrow. That's my initial reaction. So I had no clue what secondary breast cancer was. It took me a while to, learn about it.
Where have you found information on? Where have you found support from?
So my Macmillan nurse has been a great support for information. I have attended some breast cancer now events which have been super helpful, and Make Seconds Count website and Facebook groups have been my lifeline. After the diagnosis on day 1, I kind of felt so numb and so angry and so like a death sentence. I thought I was going to die until a few days later when I found the Make Seconds Count Facebook group, where there were so many women in the same position as me but who've lived for so many years. That's when I found some hope and some support. I think the main misconceptions are that it's incurable. I don't think people understand that there currently is no cure. I think people see me, especially now my hair's growing back from chemo, look relatively well. They think, oh, you're okay, you're well now. When I've had some good scan results, my latest scan result was that my liver they can't see it there anymore, which is amazing. You tell your friends and your family and you're like, oh, so it's gone, you're cured. They don't understand that I'm going to be on treatment for the rest of my life. And they don't understand that whilst we may look well, inside there's all sorts going on, and treatment impacts us physically and mentally every day. I feel like I have support like, for my friends and family, they're amazing. I have the biggest support network. I honestly don't think anyone could do anything more for me than what they already do. I have the most amazing people around me. I think it's just, checking in every now and again. But it has made me realise who my real friends are. There's some people who I've never heard from and some people who message me every day. And I think just a little check-in every now and again is nice. I think, obviously we all are aware that there's breast cancer. And I was aware I've had family, with the same diagnosis, but no one had ever really talked to me about checking yourself. I just feel like there's not enough conversation around it. So my advice is anybody, any age can get this. I was 27. I was healthy, fit, had no symptoms, which is why it came as such a shock. I think, just take some time once a week to, give yourself a check. It might save your life. And don't be frightened to go to the GP immediately if you find something, because the sooner you can get seen by a doctor, the sooner you can get on with treatment. So I wanted to be involved in this project to represent the younger women with secondary breast cancer. Whilst I have met some amazing women throughout the past 2 years, I think people my age are underrepresented. I still really haven't met anybody. And I think if there are any women out there who are my age who might feel so lonely and so scared, it's good to be that person to, put it out there, show people that this can affect anybody. It doesn't discriminate, it'll pick on anyone. So I thought it would be really powerful to show, the world that it happens to young people and it's not just something you can get when you're older.